I plan to sell all of my Ethereum after the merge, and this is not clickbait. I really plan to do this, and probably most of you watching will want to do the same. And the Ethereum that I'm talking about is the Ethereum that I'm currently holding, Ethereum Proof of Work. And you might be wondering, isn't Ethereum moving to Proof of Stake? And the answer is yes, but not everyone will migrate. The Ethereum mining industry is worth $19 billion, but as it transitions to Proof of Stake, this equipment will be worthless. So miners will migrate to new chains such as Ethereum Classic, Ergo, or Ravencoin in order to continue making money with their equipment. But not all miners will go to a new chain. Some of them will just stick on the current Ethereum Proof of Work. And a popular Chinese miner, Chandler Gao, has been pushing for a Ethereum Proof of Work hard fork. So instead of going to Proof of Stake, continue mining on the current Ethereum Proof of Work. And he has done this before. The Ethereum that we know today is actually a fork from Ethereum Classic, and he was part of that fork in the past. So here we are in 2022, and he stated, I forked Ethereum once, I will fork it again. And it is picking up a lot of attention, and it looks like at this moment, it is very likely that we are going to see a fork for Ethereum, meaning there's going to be two chains, Ethereum Proof of Work and Ethereum Proof of Stake. And when we look at Ethereum Classic and Ethereum, these are two different blockchains. And Ethereum Classic still has value today. So anyone that held Ethereum in 2016, they got double their money. If they had 100 Ethereum, well, now they have 100 Ethereum and 100 Ethereum Classic. And the same thing happened for Bitcoin Cash. Miners hard forked and they created a new blockchain. So if you had 100 Bitcoin, you now have 100 Bitcoin and 100 Bitcoin Cash. These hard forks were created because of an ideology, a different belief system. But when it comes to the Ethereum Proof of Work hard fork, it's not about ideology. It's not about belief. It is simply about money. It is miners trying to juice out those last profits. It is not the developers that want to stick around. It is not us, the users. It is simply the miners. And because of this, this new chain, this Proof of Work chain, or not really a new chain, but the existing chain, probably won't have any value at all. You can copy the quantity, but not necessarily the quality. So right after this happens, if it happens, it is very possible that Ethereum Proof of Work, although it's basically a free airdrop, doesn't really have any value at all. And it can get very interesting because if you have, let's say, one Bored Ape, now you have two. If you have 100 Ethereum, you now have 200. So when it comes to NFTs or crypto, we can make the case that we can make copies and then the market will decide the value. But what about stablecoins? They don't work this way. They're not based off of market speculation. Their value is based on being backed by an asset. And when it comes to DeFi in 2022, stablecoins are super important. If USDC or USDT Tether ever lost its peg or broke down, these entire DeFi ecosystems would collapse. So yes, we can copy NFTs, we can copy crypto, and maybe the market will value it. But what about these stablecoins? So when it comes to these stablecoins, USDC's creator Circle actually came out and stated that they will support Proof of Stake Ethereum and not Proof of Work Ethereum, because you can't just double stablecoins. This means that they have to double the assets backing these cryptocurrencies. So Vitalik made a very interesting point, and he stated, basically the fact that USDC's decision of which chain to consider as Ethereum could become a significant decider in future contentious hard forks. This is very, very interesting because in previous hard forks, we didn't have these stablecoins, but here we are in 2022 and moving forward. And the issuers of these stablecoins will, like Vitalik said, be very important, very significant in deciding which chain is the real chain. So at this moment, everyone knows the real chain will be Proof of Stake Ethereum. Even the miners that are going to hard fork into Proof of Work, they understand that the real Ethereum, the one with value, will be Proof of Stake. And the way we know this is because if you go through social media, the only thing you will hear is people saying that they are going to sell. I can't find any information of anyone saying they're going to buy this cryptocurrency. And if you have mostly sellers and no buyers, the price would collapse right away. So when it comes to this Ethereum, I guess, airdrop or hard fork, it's very possible that if this actually goes through, we all get tokens that don't really have any value at all. But again, this is the crypto space, and it could be very irrational at times. So who knows? maybe Ethereum proof of work does have value. And because people are anticipating this hard fork and basically a free airdrop, the price of Ethereum has been running up. It is up 46% over the last month. And as we get closer to the merge date and this potential hard fork, or again, potential airdrop, we may see the price of Ethereum run up even more. I would not be surprised if leading up to the merge, we see the price of Ethereum between 2,000 and 3,000. But this Ethereum, the proof of stake Ethereum, is not the one that I am going to sell all of it. In this video thumbnail and title, the Ethereum I'm speaking about is Ethereum proof of work, but I'm not unique or special. Everyone else wants to do the same thing. However, there is a huge potential risk. This is super, super important. So the first thing is that if we do get this Ethereum proof of work hard fork, we have to first see if there's even a market for these tokens, if there's any value. So far, we have seen exchanges such as Poloniex come out stating that they will be the first crypto exchange to support and list Ethereum potential hard forks. But this is not the most important part. The most important part is avoiding a replay attack. What is a replay attack? This is when a transaction on one chain gets replayed on another chain. For example, let's say I have my Doodles NFT and then we get this hard fork. I now have two Doodles, one on proof of stake and one on proof of work. And because proof of work is going to be the less valuable chain, I decide to sell my Doodles over there for maybe half an Ethereum, where the real value on proof of stake is maybe 10 Ethereum. So I sell my Doodles on proof of work for half an Ethereum, thinking, hey, I just got some free money. But that transaction gets replayed on the proof of stake chain. And in the end, my 10 ETH Doodle is sold also on the proof of stake chain for half an Ethereum. This is a replay attack. And this can happen if this hard fork, again, if it goes through, shares the same chain ID as Ethereum proof of stake. But at the moment, we do not know the answer. We do not know that if there is this hard fork, whether it will share the same chain ID as Ethereum on proof of stake. So how do we remain safe? The first thing is really just not to interact with proof of work Ethereum at all. This would make sense if you have, let's say, an airdrop of $100 or $200 worth of crypto. Maybe it may not be worth it to actually interact with the chain. But let's say you do want to go ahead and interact with the chain. My first recommendation is to be patient and do not interact or sell right away, and instead wait for exchanges and wallet creators to come out with information. This is definitely not something that we want to rush into. If we get this Ethereum proof of work hard fork, or basically airdrop, be very patient, because interacting with it right away without doing the right research could end up with you losing your assets on Ethereum proof of stake. Now, if you do go ahead and decide to interact with Ethereum proof of work after the hard fork, again, I keep saying this, if it actually goes through, it is recommended to create a new wallet and send your proof of work tokens and assets to that new wallet before interacting. You do not want to interact with proof of work assets on the same address holding your proof of stake assets. So when it comes to this Ethereum opportunity, people are buying Ethereum with the hopes of this hard fork. And in the meantime, Ethereum is running up. I am not going to be surprised if we see the price of Ethereum between 2 and 3K leading up to the merge. Then after the merge happens, like most of the time, we probably will see a dip in the price, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. But in the moment, there is an opportunity here, but also make sure to understand the risks of interacting with a proof of work Ethereum.